Hey beautiful! Welcome back to my tarot channel. If this is your first time here, I'm Roya. I'm an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. Now my dear, I hope you're having an amazing day and everything is going fine with you. If today is not the best day, I'm sending you tons and tons and tons of positive energy, and I hope everything will be well soon. Now guys, today I'm back with another pick a card reading, and today's pick a card reading is actually going to be a candle wax reading, and it's all about who are you secretly turning into? What magical version of you is emerging? Now, as always my dear, I have 3 piles you can choose from, and today I have cards and crystals for you guys. So, this is pile 1, this is pile 2, and this is going to be pile 3. As always, my dear, please feel free to pause the video, or you can also meditate on the cards if you feel like you need a little bit more time to choose. You will find all the timestamps in the description box, but of course also in the comment section. And as always, my dear, if you're interested or curious in a personal reading with me and you would like to get further information regarding one, as always, you can feel free to email me. Lastly, my dear, please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you. But yeah, having said that, let's begin. Hey pal one, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, who are you secretly turning into? What magical version of you is emerging soon? As you can see, my dear, everything is a little bit darker. I wanted to create a little bit of a cozy environment. Now, as always, I already meditated for you guys, and I would say let's start with your candle wax reading. Let me get you your candle, then also everything will look a little bit of brighter. All right. So, okay. For my beautiful pile 1, as always, my dear, please give me a moment. Please give me a moment to tune into the energies in here. Who are you turning into soon, my beautiful pile 1? Okay. The first thing I would like to talk about here is that, like, right from the beginning, I'm getting a lot of attention towards your career. It's almost like we're getting a lot of information regarding, you know, who you're turning to, or when it comes to your career, you know, what's going to happen there. And I would like to say that I see such a independent person, someone who knows what they're doing, someone who is so well skilled in what they're doing, especially like this version of you that I'm looking into knows what they can do, believes in themselves, trusts in their skills, and is not also scared of competition. You are emerging into such a like driven and determined career person who is so focused on a certain success, and honestly it almost feels like there is no doubt about the fact that you can make it or you can succeed because you're just so determined and really so strong-willed. Yeah, wow. Like, you guys, the energy, like right from the beginning, it's starting off so strongly. And give me a second. Yes. I see a version of you emerging that is so passionate about what they're doing. And it's almost like you see a purpose, okay? It's not only a career or a job that you have, this is a purpose that you're living. Now, for some of you guys, I see that it could be the case that there is some kind of change that it's going to happen when it comes to your career. And maybe this change is going to be very significant when it comes to where you want to be, when it comes to, your finances and your success and stuff like that. But definitely, if someone came here into the reading, getting some kind of perhaps information regarding independence, this is something I'm seeing so much. Like this reading, the kind of level of independence that you're gonna achieve when it comes to your career is really so admiring. And this is all you. You are creating this version of yourself. And honestly speaking, I really feel like a huge motivation that you're gonna have on the journey towards becoming that is definitely self-love, because you know what you deserve, you know what kind of life or lifestyle you deserve, what it is that you want, and you really want to give it to yourself. You don't want to be dependent on other people. You want to almost like I'm hearing create a name for myself. This is what I just heard. Some of you guys, like, wow. There is really no other way to explain this. You are almost like rising or like leveling up to that career vision that you have when it comes to your money. And it's interesting how we're getting quite a lot of information regarding your career. But I feel like this is probably the most important version, like like the most important change or transformation that you're going towards, or the next. Okay, that's a better way, not the most important but the next, because we're talking about what version you're turning into soon. So this is a transformation that is going to come towards you next. It's definitely heavily connected to your career here. And what I find so interesting is that this version of you is not scared of who they can become. Now, let me explain what I mean with that. Sometimes we can even hold ourselves back, even from the things we want, because, have you ever heard the term like being scared of success or being fearful of making it? Sometimes, like, yes, we may want this, but still, maybe there are certain parts of us that, for some reason, we're kind of holding back a little bit because we're scared of all the good things or all the things that we may create through it. And maybe sometimes, maybe even unconsciously, you guys had some kind of fear surrounding something when it comes to your career. And I really see that you are moving away from this fear because you're allowing self-love to guide you. Because you know what you deserve. And like, for example, let's just say someone wants to be successful, but they're scared of the jealousy that may come through it, or maybe certain people, you know, for some reason may leave them, or they may be treated a certain way because, once again, some people may be a little bit envious and stuff like that. But this energy, you don't care about it no more, because you know what you deserve. And if someone can't handle this version of you who's coming forward, you creating this wonderful life for yourself, you going towards those goals that are important to you. If someone cannot handle this is not your problem. Like, this is something I'm literally hearing. That's not my problem. If they can't handle my greatness, That's none of my business. I am focused on what I'm creating here for myself. And I don't allow people's insecurities to come between my dreams and me. Honestly, it's almost like for some of you guys, maybe you're daydreaming about something, some kind of lifestyle, some kind of achievement when it comes to your dreams and certain like aspirations. You have what it takes to make those dreams manifest them, you know? And it's interesting because there is just something about, like, sometimes we may see other people manifest certain things that we want, you know, or we would like to create for ourselves, some kind of life, let's just say. And we may see them do it, but maybe we think, okay, they are able to do that, but I can't because, you know, maybe we don't think that we're capable of that. Maybe we don't believe in ourselves and stuff like that. And maybe you were like that in the future as well. Maybe you saw other people reaching certain goals and you were just like, yeah, others can do that, but no way I can ever achieve that. And this reading, this energy is so encouraging. It's so encouraging and so motivating, like inspiring. I can feel it even myself. Inspiring to stay focused on the path you're on and not to think less of yourself and your abilities, because the version of you that is emerging knows what they can do, knows how capable they are and how incredible, like how much potential they have within themselves, wanting to be like almost I would say expressed, or wants to be, you know, wants to come forward. And I do feel like for a lot of you guys, this version of you that is emerging, you started like from the beginning, you know, like you have worked your way up there, and this is perhaps why it feels even like sweeter. It's kind of like you have this journey in mind that you went through, and honestly, there's this level of pride or a proud, excuse me, like someone being so proud of themselves. This is you, almost like I am tuning into this version of you that is proud of who they are, proud of the path they've taken, not allowing maybe certain no sayers I'm hearing, interesting, certain no sayers to hold them back from their greatest version. So this reading is definitely heavily connected to your finances and your career. Also, okay, that's interesting. I just realized that this card is the will card. And I talked about a message that almost came through like you're strong willed. And honestly, like the Manipura chakra is coming through a lot. So I really feel like you're channeling, not channeling, I mean, how should I explain this? Give me a second. Yeah, I see this chakra being extremely vibrant during that period. You really want to put your work out there. You really want to show what you can offer, you know, finding your place, like finding a place for your work and the things, your skills, and just so much determination. Honestly, the best way to explain this, it's almost like no one can hold you back because you don't hold yourself back. And it's interesting how this reading, I felt really drawn to also put the word magical in this title. And it's interesting how this reading, in a way, feels very magical. Almost like an alchemist, taking something and creating something incredible out of it. You may be someone who has actually taken a situation that didn't really seem hopeful or that good into a golden opportunity. So, my dear pile one, this is incredible. This is incredible. Definitely, if there's almost like one insight coming through, one very significant insight, it's definitely for you to believing in yourself and believing in what you have to offer. Because you know what's your superpower? No one is you. There are a lot of people out there, but no one is you. And what you have to offer to the world is something no one else can really copy, because it is so individual, it is so you. This is such a beautiful reading. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. My beautiful pal one, this is all I have for you for today. As always, my dear, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. Also, if you haven't, of course, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. And if you do, don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload and you pick a card or candle wax reading. Also, my dear, as always, if you would like to connect with me also on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal one, take care, my love. Hey pal 2, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's dive straight away into the reading and let's see, who are you secretly turning into? What magical version of you is emerging? Now, as always, my dear, before any candle wax reading, I already meditated for you guys, and yeah, let me get you your candle. Let's start straight away. Then we will also get a little bit more light because it's pretty dark right now. Let's get you your candle. All right, so as always, my dear, please give me a moment. Please give me a moment to tune into the energies in here. For my beautiful pile 2, who are you turning into? What version of you is emerging? The first thing I would like to say is that this is a huge transformation because, let me explain it like that. Sometimes we may go through a life phase, and then this life phase, it transforms us to such an extent that we will never be the same, right? So for example, sometimes maybe we have like something happens, we go through a phase, and comparing this version of you that has emerged after this and in comparison to who you were before, not even close. And I see something very, very similar happening here. And I would like to talk about the fact that a huge reason for this almost like extreme transformation you're gonna go through, something internal. This could be something you're already tuning into. For others, this is something that you may soon go through, but I really feel like someone in here, there's almost like this self-reflection that is going to trigger a lot within your life. It's almost like you, like sometimes, especially like, like weeks, months, years, we just accept the kind of reality we're living, how our life is going and stuff like that, because it's just familiar, because it's just what we know. We don't question it. It's just our day-to-day life. And it's almost like you're taking a break, or you're holding like back for a second and you really look at your life, like genuinely looking at your life and see whether the way your life is going, is it still what you want? Like, for example, maybe you have had goals like 5 years ago. You look at your life and you see, what are my goals right now? What kind of life does this person that I am today want to experience? And as I said, this is something internal. It's almost like you asking certain questions that are really gonna bring out even more and even more questions out. And there is something. The crucial thing within this transformation is that you're leaving something behind that has trapped you. Now, I'm not receiving yet any messages regarding what this trap is. It almost feels like some kind of procrastination as well, though. But this trap could be... Okay, no, I'm not going to say anything yet because I'm not getting a clear information. For example, whether this is connected to your personal life, your career life, your environment. I'm not getting anything yet, so I'm not going to talk about that. Maybe throughout the reading we will get more information regarding it. But for now, I see that this journey within, these questions that gonna come through, they're really gonna help you to come out of some kind of trap that you have been keeping in your life. Maybe you weren't consciously aware of it, but through really looking at your life and once again reflecting, almost like, I don't know, but for me here, it's almost like the hermit energy is coming through, almost like you going into a hermit mode, like taking a break, going into this isolation and really asking yourself, who am I? What, like this life that I'm living, is it still what I truly want? Who am I? What version of myself do I want to become? Just honestly, very, very important questions that a lot of us may not even ask ourselves because we're just so into the, like stuck in the life, right? And we don't ask ourselves those questions to time, right? Sometimes something may happen, like something drastic that makes us almost like question. But normally we don't go through life asking those things. And I find it actually very admiring that you're breaking free. You're breaking free from, I'm hearing burdens or certain things that have been holding you back. It's almost like through the questioning, through the turning within, through the reflection, you're gonna understand that you have been compromising on certain parts in your life that isn't quite what you want from life. And also, there is something about your inner child. For some of you guys, this turning within could actually also force you to look into certain parts of your inner child. Maybe there is also some healing that you're gonna go through. But yeah, speaking of healing, definitely. This is about you transforming, and as I said, you turn within and there is gonna be healing happening. A process. Because this is all about you saying no to the version of you that doesn't resonate with you anymore, saying no to that life that you don't want, but to those things that you actually want. And it's almost like for some, there's also this level of self-discovery that you're going to go through to really understand what it is that you want. Because for some of you guys, maybe you have experienced some kind of disconnect that you weren't even aware of. And this phase is really gonna beautifully allow you to I'm hearing understand who you truly are. I'm hearing taking my power back, empowering myself again, empowering those aspects of myself that I've neglected. For some reason, this message is coming through. What is this about? No, they're not sharing it, but it's kind of like you're freeing yourself, once again empowering yourself, freeing yourself. And definitely, my dear, as I said, it's almost like certain, like this version of you that is emerging, it's not going to be the same in comparison to who you were before that. And one crucial aspect of this is also the boundaries that you're going to have. You're not going to allow people to step over your boundaries, maybe like you used to, or maybe there were certain things you tolerated, but I'm hearing no more. So you're not gonna say yes to that anymore. You are putting yourself first. That's a good way to explain it. That version of you that is emerging is putting themselves first. It's almost like, have you heard the saying, like being the main character? This is what you're doing. You're becoming the main character of your life. And of course, you always have, but you're reclaiming your power. You choose to live that. You choose to live that through your actions, and you allow yourself to do so. Because of course this is something a lot of people do, but then they may hold back from it. You won't hold back anymore. There is really this beauty that you, through this looking within, you see within yourself all this beautiful potential that you have to offer, like I'm hearing all the colors that you want to express, and you're not going to be the one holding yourself back anymore, and you definitely will not allow other people to hold you back anymore. Once again, a good way to phrase this energy, or if I had to give this reading a sentence to explain it, I would say reclaiming my power. And I also see that this version of you that is emerging is very eager to learn, or like hungry for information or knowledge. There's something about that here. Maybe through this inner journey, you're also gonna want to read a lot of like books which may help you through a journey, or just gather a lot of information. Doesn't have to be in books, but just generally speaking, you're gonna open yourself up, and you're gonna really expand your horizon. You're gonna become much more knowledgeable when it comes to certain aspects of your life, because you want to improve it. Like, I see you actively wanting to become your greatest version, and this is really what I'm seeing in here. You're turning into your greatest version, and honestly, you're gonna be so incredibly powerful. No one is gonna be able to hold you back, and you don't allow fear to hold you back, because you choose self-love. You choose love for yourself over the fear holding you back, holding your dreams back. And what's going to be so crucial is the time that I spoke about. Almost like this hermit phase that is going to allow you to see things for what they are, to see certain traps for what they are, to really understand that there is change which is maybe needed for you to become your greatest version, or to go on the path of what it is that you want for yourself. And you're gonna fiercely, like, so beautiful, like so fierce, so empowering. You're gonna step into that energy because you deserve it. And this is one thing, by the way, I just realized, I totally forgot that through the meditation, during the meditation, I actually heard over and over again, I deserve it, I deserve it. And absolutely, you know what you deserve and you know what you don't deserve. And those boundaries, you're not gonna joke around with them, okay? Let me tell you that. You're not gonna joke around with them. Wow. Wow, wow. And I also said this for Pal 1, like, wow, this is so beautiful. I love the energies today. Like, every Pal so far has their, like, individual spirit coming through, and it's just so incredible to witness. So, my beautiful pile 2, this is all I have for you for today, my dear. I'm not receiving any more messages. As always, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading, my dear. Also, as always, if you haven't, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. And if you do, don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload a new pick a card or candle wax reading. And of course, my dear, if you would like to join me on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal 2, take care, my dear. Hey pal 3, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's dive straight away into your reading and let's see, who are you secretly turning into soon? What magical version of you is emerging? Now, my dear, as always, I already meditated for you guys, and let me get you your candle. Let's start. Let's light it up. All right. So for my beautiful pile 3, who are you secretly turning into? What magical version of you is emerging? Let's see. As always, my dear, please give me a moment. Please give me a moment to tune into the energies in here. The first thing, yeah, wow. My dear, let me start with your vibration, because I see that from where you are right now in comparison to this version of you that is coming through, a lot of like raising vibration. This version of you that is emerging is a very high vibrational you. Like literally, I see high frequency coming through, and this is so interesting because this version of you is full of energy. I don't know whether some of you guys right now, you maybe feel a little bit like tired or drained, but this version is just excuse me, this version of you is almost as if you're embracing life. Honestly, I feel like you are much more happier here, much more joyful. Yeah, I don't know why, but I have to think about the Sun card. Really, the Sun card is beautifully emphasizing this energy. It's almost like you stepping into such a abundant energy and having such a like optimistic look on life. And I see someone laughing and smiling a lot. You know, sometimes we may see a stranger on the streets and like they may be walking by themselves, but they're like they have this energy that they're carrying and it's just so captivating. They may be smiling or laughing even though like they're not walking with anyone, like they're all by themselves, but it's just they're vibrating this uplifting energy that may even catch us. Like it may even be contagious. It may literally even brighten up our own day when such a stranger maybe greets us or smiles at us, you know. It's kind of like the kind of energy that you take with you. Like you could give it to other people and it has a huge impact on others as well. This is so beautiful. Like literally, you are embodying a version of yourself that not only acknowledges how beautiful you are with like outside of yourself, physically speaking, but you're also seeing how beautiful you are within yourself and you're embodying it. I feel like for some of you guys, maybe there's some healing that you have done before that, and it has really helped you to be much more self-loving. Like self-love is also playing a huge role here. And it's almost like you're so beautifully grounded within yourself. You've found your center. You feel very balanced in comparison to maybe where you are right now and where you're heading towards. It's a much more balanced you. And I kept hearing, by the way, I am my own home. So that's very interesting. It's almost like you feeling at home within yourself. And this is like such a incredible thing. I don't know why, but I have to look at the peace card because this is kind of also the body that you're embodying, like and not body, energy, excuse me. The energy that you're embodying, it's such a peaceful, it's almost like you found peace within yourself or you have created peace within yourself. And you acknowledge that there's this infinite abundant like flow of love and peace within you that you can access, and you see that it's almost like you understanding that I first have to find home within myself. I first have to find peace within myself. I first have to find love within myself. And then it will also materialize externally. For some of you guys, you could literally start meditating or maybe incorporating certain techniques, maybe even spiritual techniques that will really help your well-being, but it doesn't necessarily have to be spiritual ones. It's just all about embracing no, excuse me, not embracing, enhancing enhancing your well-being. Could be meditation, yoga, maybe you eating more nutritious, you know, like raising your vibration from within with the food, for example. But it's just, wow. Much more love frequency. And you're also much more gentle towards yourself, by the way. It's kind of like you're yeah, you're taking off certain harshness that may be stuck on you. You don't want to carry that with you, because you understand that it takes energy from you, energy that you could maybe put somewhere else that would benefit you even more. You don't want to waste your energy like that. You're going to be very mindful when it comes to who or what deserves your energy. You're not just going to give it away for free. And I know this is a very random message, but this was a message I already also received during the meditation. But for someone, you could actually soon receive a gift for some reason. This is coming through here. Maybe someone has their birthday soon, or maybe you're going to be surprised by some kind of gesture or gift, which is going to mean a lot in a very positive way. And also what I find very interesting is that this version of you that is emerging, you're connecting with people who feel much more authentic to you, almost like you're building your own little community, or maybe even big community. And it's all about connecting with people who are like-minded, or who uplift you the same way you uplift others with your energy. You don't want to surround yourself with people anymore that bring you down, or that are just not good for your well-being. Once again, your well-being is your highest priority here. And also, I see a love interest coming through. However, I'm not receiving a lot of information about them. This could be someone entering your life. This could be maybe someone who's currently in your life, supporting you during this transformation, but they are in your energy. I see that. For some of you guys, you could also travel or do some kind of trip. But what I find very interesting is that you have, as I said, much more energy, and this energy you're going to put into things that will benefit you. Things that I'm hearing things that my future self can thank me for. This is what you're doing here. And also, it's about your creative energy. You're also going to share that, and kind of, give me a second. A much more playful you as well. Maybe someone is watching this and you are in a phase in your life in which you feel just very stern and serious, and maybe, you just think that this is absolutely not you. You can't imagine being playful or lighthearted like that. But I mean, I really feel like this is something you need, because sometimes when we are stuck in certain things and we feel so serious and stern, we need that playful energy to bring us out of it. Because sometimes we're so stuck in the seriousness of life that we forget that that's not what life is all about. And I feel like for some of you guys, maybe you forgot that life is also about being joyful and enjoying life, and not only to like function, do and stuff like that. And this is the thing. This is something I see for you guys. In like the version of you that is emerging is not about doing and being on the road and like being focused on the outside, but more so being focused on the inside and the silence and the infinite abundance that we already have when we when we acknowledge how powerful we are within ourselves already. I'm hearing the power within. You're not running away from yourself. You're looking yourself in the eye, and it's almost like you're giving yourself a hug. You are your greatest cheerleader. That's something I heard as well. This is you stepping into your greatest version. And also, I would like to talk about the fact that there is a message coming through, and I have to say, your spirit guides want me to tell you that you're supported. You're not alone. You're supported during that journey, and you're always supported. You're not doing it by yourself. The energies are helping you. They are energetically with you, and they want you to know that you are not alone and that you're not by yourself. You are important, you are deserving, you are worthy, and you are so much more than you think you are. So much more capable than you think you are. So much more beautiful than you think you are. And during that time, the version of you that is emerging is going to open themselves up to all that. You're glowing. You're glowing. This is so beautiful. There is something so honorable about this version of you. I can't quite describe it, but it's just something about the energy that you carry. Also, another word I would like to say is elegance. Elegance and class. Maybe someone is trying to somehow level up. For some reason, this message is coming through as well, but you're glowing. This is so beautiful, pile 3. This is definitely a time in your life that you can look forward to and be very excited towards or for, because so beautiful. Definitely, if there are certain things that you want to incorporate into your life for your well-being, there's this insight here. Yeah. And I'm hearing my peace above all. So you're putting your peace of mind, your peace within, you're putting it above everyone and everything. Because it's almost like you see that at the end of the day, nothing matters as much as your well-being, as much as your health, as much as your care for yourself. Like, you're really prioritizing it here. So, my beautiful pal 3, this is actually all I have for you for today. I'm not receiving any more messages. As always, my dear, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. And yeah, if you haven't, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel. And if you do, don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload a new pick a card or candle wax reading. And yeah, as always, my dear, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal 3, take care, my dear.